Okay, I know what you're thinking. This guy is a goddamn weeb.
You're goddamn right.
Let me get something clear. I'm not talking about playing some Genji after watching some Naruto. The anime I'm talking about today is Farming Life in... No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking about soccer. The soccer anime, Blue Lock. So you might be asking, how was this anime gonna help me? How am I gonna get from bronze to silver to my parents loving me again? Well, let me tell you, just listen up. Get those ears ready, okay? This season, I went from plat support to Grandmaster. Not to mention my top 500 open queue. Not gonna brag, that's a real accomplishment, okay? It's a real rank. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that I got to Masters just because of this anime. It just gave me some motivation to think in a more positive and more fun way. And sexual. But how does Overwatch relate to soccer? The answer's right there. Lucio Ball. I'll try my best to have very minimal spoilers because Blue Lock is actually pretty good. I didn't think I would enjoy a soccer anime, but goddamn, it's good. So, why do you lose so many games? Let's take a look at episode 1. Main character loses a game because of a teammate. As it seems, right? Wrong. He didn't carry that game. And this is what the show is all about. If you want to win, you have to carry. Sure, you might be thinking, well, my teammates are always throwing, or how am I supposed to be a support player in bronze and rank up? Easy. Carry. If you think you can't as a support player, you're wrong. If you have a 40% win rate this season and the losing factor in those games is probably you. I'm sorry. And you just have to realize that. In this video, I'll mostly use support as an example just because people think that like supports are like defenseless and they can't really do anything. They just have to heal their teammates. Not always. So I'm just going to use support as an example throughout this video. You can apply the lessons learned to anything. Alright, so how do you carry these games though? Well, you'll need a weapon. Like a mercy pistol. Wait, actually, please don't. By weapon, I am referring to many things. In the show, it is explained that your weapon is something that you're good at, something you can use to score that win. Your weapon could be your playstyle, game sense, mechanics, usage of abilities, it could be many things. Let me give an example. As an Ana player, you might be very good at hitting nades on the enemy team. And if you could do that consistently, then your team always has the advantage. They can't heal, and you just get free damage on them. And once you sharpen that weapon and master it, then learn a new weapon. It's a good thing to learn things one at a time. That way, you actually get it down. It's a lot easier to focus on one thing than a lot of things at once. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. You don't get better by just playing the game. You have to focus on what to do to improve. Now imagine you're playing Ana and the Doomfist comes punching in. And oh man, I'm such a useless support. What am I gonna do? You hit that sleep on him because you've been practicing your sleep darts. Now every time this Doomfist comes in, he gets slept and he feeds. Your team sometimes helps you. Now their tank's having a horrible time and you're being a good support, so your tank's having a good time because you're hitting those nades. So if you get all these weapons down, you're going to be a very consistent player. Now let's talk about making chemical reactions with your teammates. I'm not talking about hitting on that e-girl Mercy main, but rather synergy. This could be as easy as helping out teammates in situations, combining abilities or ultimates, or making callouts. A lot of the characters in a game have very good combinations, such as Ana and Genji. So if you're playing Ana and your Genji's going kinda crazy, he's going in, he's getting those kills, give him that nano for this blades, and he might just pop off and win you some fights. Or even if he's not doing too well, Nano Blade is a really good combo. And I know your Genji really wants it. Oh, he really does. Like, it is a clinical problem. So that's one way to have a chemical reaction with Genji. But for more complex chemical reactions, imagine your Ryan is losing a 1v1 with the enemy Ryan constantly. If you could do something as simple as anti-nading the enemy Ryan every time they engage without fail, then your Ryan will have a massive advantage, and that might carry the fight. So using your weapons to combine with your teammates is brutal. Another important skill to learn to carry is to be able to hold your own on a one-on-one situation. In this show, the main character has good game sense, but that's his only weapon. So when he has to face the enemy one-on-one, he always loses. So he has to devour a new weapon to be able to win these engagements. Imagine you get soloed out by a DPS as a support, with no help from your teammates. All these supports have utility that they can weaponize. I'm not saying you have to win these 1v1s with DPS or tanks. I'm just saying that you have ways to live and get back to your team. But if you have really good mechanics, killing them is a good option too sometimes. But anyway, if you think of it in this way, there's a lot of things for you to improve. There's a lot of weapons that you could work on. Mechanics, game sense, awareness, abilities, ultimates, staying alive, ult tracking, callouts, synergy with teammates. Start with one character, then master a few other characters. I know you could figure it out, you just have to think of how to do it. Because obviously anyone can improve. You have the power to win your games. If you're good enough, you can carry. So what you need to do is find your weapons and your formulas for success. Take these things one step at a time. I'm just here to give you a little motivation and get you thinking. But anyway, have a good day or night, and I love you.